Mark here from Hibiscus Hatcheries. We're going to let you in, have a look around, keep you up to date with our hatchery and what's going on with all our different characters. Teach you how to look after tortoises, hermins and Greek spurthais, eastern hermins, and going into all the different scenarios that we have in New Zealand and what we have to do to keep them and how to keep them easy, cheap essentially, and the best life that we can offer them, and give you some ideas on how we do things around here. Come on in. Welcome to Hibiscus Hatcheries. So you're inside. We're going to be showing you from this point to that point and everywhere in between. So the husbandry, the care. This is the first character you're going to meet, one of the main characters really, aren't you, Zeus? So Zeus is a Greek spurthai male. He's our stud male, aren't you, buddy? It's a bit cold here this morning, so we will he won't be too active, but this little fella here, quite a big fella really, aren't you, buddy? Did start off many moons ago like this. We don't really have too much of a backstory on him, as he came from a deceased estate about 17 years ago. Zeus is a Greek spurthai, as I said before, and it's one of the two types of tortoises that we're allowed to keep in New Zealand. Hey buddy, so make sure you like and subscribe. You'll get to meet his daughter, you'll get to meet my daughter, you'll get to meet everybody else here at Hibiscus Hatcheries, and you'll get to hopefully see the stress and anxiety I go through to get these when they're getting laid, then the anxiety at the moment that we're going through of Margarita, one of your ladies, and Marigold, one of your ladies, haven't laid yet, whereas we've had 5 clutches out of the hermins, out of the wonderful Daisy, the marvellous Daisy, and Jilly. And we'll go all through the pros and cons of fertility, how to keep these tortoises, what we do. Hey buddy, hey, everything that we have to look for and help you keep these tortoises, care for these tortoises in the easiest and the best way for as long as you can be, because essentially we're just guardians, aren't we, mate? You've had at least one owner, haven't you, before me, before us? Oh yeah, that's from Hibiscus Hatcheries. Like and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and we can keep bringing you these wonderful creatures and the stories that we're going to bring you. Hibiscus Hatcheries, we also have 2 3-toe box turtles which are coming on 2.5 years old. This is their enclosure, and in the process, a very long process of changing the pond that you can hear in the background into an environment for them. It's early spring. We're also going to be interested in feedback from people who live in their environment, but still a wee bit cool for them. It's a little bit early in the morning, but this is Jessie James and this is Belle Star. So we'll put them back. Sleeping at the moment. And I'll show you in the future of how we care for them, how the enclosure is being made, and the environment they're going to go into over the years. We're a little bit small for that, so they're kept in this enclosure, and we're just waiting for the weather to warm up, and so we will be able to see them a little bit more. They are very elusive at this age, as you may notice. We try our hardest to keep all our reptiles in a naturalistic environment outdoors. Our hatchlings for the hermins and the Greek turquoise, they're the only reptiles that we technically have in an indoor enclosure, but that's only for the first 9 months of their life. And we're going to go all into that. It's going to be very exciting. Don't forget, this is what we're really here for, isn't it? This is Daisy, and she is one of the other characters here, aren't you, Daisy? You're a beautiful, wonderful, amazing Eastern Herman's tortoise that we've had for about 17 years. Daisy and Zeus are part of the original creep that we purchased off a deceased estate, and she's had 3 clutches this year, maybe another, eh? So we're going to go through that sort of stuff with you as well. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Get more of Daisy and me. But really and truly, we're here to help. You'll get to have all the day-to-day or week-to-week stories, depending on how we go. I'm going to try and do it week to week. And all the anxiety I go through with little creatures like you, laying eggs, trying to hide them from me having to put cameras everywhere and watch, and we'll go all through that sort of stuff. There you go. So, it's me again. This is where all the magics are made. We're going to go from talking about calcium supplements and if you need them or not. We're also going to be able to follow little Poco's journey in life. Poco means small in Spanish and Italian, I think. Not a native language to a Kiwi. But little Poco, you're going to be able to follow her. You're going to be able to follow her big brother, Twinkle and Tank. And you're also going to meet and follow our youngest, which is our tiny little Miracle. Miracle is a wonderful little tortoise. She's staying inside for the moment. She is about 7 or 8 months old, and she's only the size of what Poco, who was a half egg. This is a little Greek spur thigh, our first, but she only has 1 eye. And you're going to be able to hopefully keep and follow, because you're going to subscribe to Hibiscus Hatcheries, but you're going to follow this little baby tortoise Miracle with the 1 eye to a big tortoise like her mum Margarita, which you'll get to meet if you follow us at Hibiscus Hatcheries. So come on, like and subscribe, get us up there, and I'm going to teach you all about indoor keeping of tortoises, and what we do here, how long we do that for, and then outdoor keeping, and the pros and cons, what we do to add calcium to their diet, yes, and all the different foods that we can feed them to help them grow perfectly. The environment, temperatures, humidity. You may hear there's a dehumidifier working actually in the shed at the moment, and we'll get into that. But this is what we're trying to do, is produce perfectly smooth. She's still malleable. When they're at this age, they are malleable for another year or so. So you can actually squeeze them and they flex, which I won't do because I don't like doing it. But that's our beautiful, wonderful little Miracle. And the incubation shed, or the baby raising shed. Ward 1. So we call it the Seymour Croft because it's all designed as a homage to Charlie Moorcroft and the way he keeps things, and we'll go into the depth in regards to well, we won't go into depth, but I'll definitely promote, and anybody who is able to, definitely go onto the Moorcroft foundation and support them. They support a lot of different organisations in regards to educating and the conservation of animals. So something a bit different for you, but like and subscribe and you'll get to meet and follow the wonderful Miracle as she goes through her journey. I'm going to put her back because she is looking a little bit stressed out. I'll wiggle legs and we'll educate you all about the different body language that the tortoises go through. We'll show you and discuss many things about them. Here at Hibiscus Hatcheries, it's not necessarily just all about tortoises, but that's the main, well, with the hatcheries, that's all it is. As we have wonderful creatures like Puffy here. Puffy, you're not going to bite me, I know. Puffy is my little girl. She's quite old, she's at least 17 years of age, give or take, isn't she, girl? And she's an eastern water dragon. You also get to meet Randy. He's a bit scary. He's very scary for me. But we're going to, and we've got some progeny that are quite a few years old, well, still juveniles, and we're going to show you how we get to them to this stage. She's still a little bit wild. They are in a big outdoor enclosure these days, and we're going to go through all of these things, but this is my lovely little Puffy, and we're not going to bite my nose, are we? No, you're pretty cute, and I do like you. Like not many other people do, because they think you're a bit peculiar. Quite a few people in New Zealand think you're scary. And we're going to go on all the restrictions. We actually have restrictions on water dragons in the area that we are. But this is my lovely little Puffy. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but we also have Folklore up there. And yeah, I don't hold her rough or tough or anything like that. I just don't want her to fall. So there's a scenario that you do with birds and what I do with Puffy, and that's just essentially tunneling. But don't forget to like and subscribe and you'll get to see a little bit of Puffy, a little bit of Randy. But mainly you'll get to experience the whole life cycle and journey and the care for the tortoises. Have a great day. Hey, are we going to let them be? See if I can post this and we'll start getting people liking and following us, eh? And then I can do this for good. Oh, and we have a wee wee. We have a wee wee. I knew you might do that. So that's one of the lovely things with, mainly that I find with lizards, and especially the water dragons, and people will, they like to, if they're a little bit unhappy, they will, Puffy seldom does it. Puffy really seldom does it actually. She's never actually done it for a long time, but didn't get me. And we'll go through their diet and everything, how we keep them, and what we've done for this environment to make it fully safe for them and for everybody around. Part of this journey we're going to show you the life of Twinkle, a 5-year-old boy, Eastern Hermans, and he's not big enough yet to mingle with the likes of Panga, and at some stage these two may have to be observed and watched because they are going to be living together. As you can see, he has got a nice long masculine tail. He has a brother that he lives with at the moment, Tank, and you'll get to meet him as well. We'll also teach you how not to do this with your tortoise. So this is the wonderful super silly Jilly. You're going to get to learn a lot about her. You're going to learn how not to give your tortoise metabolic bone disease. We did not do this. This is a tortoise that we have taken on. She was also bitten by a dog at some stage, but she is a very neat little tortoise. So there we go. It's mainly going to be humans, probably quite a bit of Greek, a little bit of box turtles, a little bit of water dragons. But here we are. Come and follow, like and subscribe. It's going to be educational on care. It's also going to be education on how to make enclosures, indoor or outdoor. The best things that you can do to prevent this and have your tortoises more like this. So, and yeah, and how you can feed them a really naturalistic, easy diet without even leaving your property, which is a big thing. It's easy. It's taken us 4 to 5 years to convert our property completely, so we don't need to leave the property to feed them anymore. The plants that we will suggest and recommend are all tortoise safe. Some of them are for eating, some of them are for hiding. But I'll let these two go back into their enclosure. I'll put these two back into their enclosure. And enclosure, well no, you don't have an enclosure, do you? Well, you have the big hutch, but you got free roam, don't you? And that's the other thing that we're going to discuss and show. Quite different things. You've probably already noticed that we cohabitate the two species and the sexes, but we have a lot of area and we have ways of separation. And we'll show all of this to you. So subscribe, follow. We love tortoises. Tortopia, Hibiscus Hatcheries. Yeah, you'll get to see soon. You're going to get to see some of your babies hatching. Oh, it makes me so anxious at this time of the year. First, we've got every single clutch so far. And I'm going to go on to all this fun stuff with you. So yeah, like and subscribe, share. Make everybody else follow. I'll make my wife happy.